Hey guys, Seiji here, and welcome back to the reboot, as you can say, of Top Tens. So this started last year, but I think we only did like one or two, or three maybe. But yeah. So today, well, actually, before we start, just so you know that I'm not copying off of WatchMojo. Like, I'm going to use stuff similar to them. Like, we're going to have an honorable mentions at the end. But still, I'm not really trying to copy off of them, but I just like the idea. But yeah, so our list today is going to be the top 10 most anticipated movies of 2015. Now, I know it's a little bit early, but I really like the idea for this list. So, yeah, just so you know, I discluded some movies that I'm not excited for myself, even though some people might be. Uh, and some of these movies on this list, I'm not even that excited for. I just know that some people are, and it's gonna be a huge success. So we're gonna go 10 to 1. So number 10, is Taken 3. This hits theaters in January next year. Now the reason why I put this on this list, Taken 3 on this list, is because after the huge success of Taken 2, even though it wasn't that good of a movie, I think that a lot of people are going to go to the theaters to see Taken 3, and I think a lot of people are excited to see what the new one's about. But yeah, I think that it's going to be one of the most anticipated movies of next year. And then for number 9, Mission Impossible 5. Now, to be honest, I'm a big fan of the series. I don't believe I've seen all of them, but I just still love the action-packed Tom Cruise movies. Um, but the reason why I put this on this list is because also Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol had huge success um, last in 2011, and they chose the same release month for Mission Impossible 5, which is a great year to do well in the theaters, which is December. It's right around Christmas time of next year. And then number 8, this might sound crazy to some people, but I'm really excited for this movie. Kingsman Secret Service. Now, this hasn't been a bigly promoted movie, uh, but it's about like this team of secret agents in England to recruit certain people to to be spies, and it looks like an awesome movie. Now, the only thing that I'm not excited about is that it was originally supposed to come out in October of this year. There was a preview and a picture and everything, but just about 2 or 3 weeks ago, the movie was pushed back to February 6th. Wait, or is it February 13th? One of those dates. And now it's going to be hard for me to decide which movie to go see on that date, either Kingsman Secret Service or SpongeBob. But yeah, and then number 7 is the Fantastic Four reboot. I'm really excited for this because I'm a big fan of Fantastic Four. Uh, and the first Fantastic Four franchise did really well in theaters, and I think a lot of people are gonna want to go see it, especially because of the new cast. Um, and yeah, I'm surprised to see what it's about. And then we have number 6 is Terminator Genisys, and we all know that everyone loves Terminator. I mean, I'm not a big fan of it myself. I've only seen the third one, Rise of the Machines, which is not supposed to be the best one. But I liked it, and I'm excited for it, and I'm definitely gonna see all the other ones before this one comes out, because I'm an Arnie fan, and I'm excited that he's in this one after the huge bomb at the box office for Salvation. Uh, but yeah, I think a lot of people are gonna want to go see this movie. And then we have for number 5 is The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. I know that a lot of people are really excited for Mockingjay Part 1, and especially for people that read the books are definitely going to be excited for Mockingjay Part 2. For all of the big fandom people, like for Divergent and Maze Runner and stuff like that, this is going to be a big movie for people to go see. Um, because if you didn't know, this is the last Hunger Games in the series. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for it. Number 4, I added this. I mean, I know it is anticipated for next year, but not one of the most. But I just love the series. So number 4 is Fast and Furious 7. Uh, Now I love every single Final Destination it's a Final Destination Fast and Furious movies. I mean, except for the second and third, they were just awful. But the first, fourth, fifth, and sixth were really good, and I'm really excited to see where the seventh goes. Uh, Especially to see if the series continues after seven movies. I mean, that's a gigantic franchise. If you continue after seven movies, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about this being the last, but I don't see anything for I haven't heard anything for Fast and Furious 8, but still, it's gonna be it's really anticipated. And for number 3, I'm not very excited for this movie because I've never been a big fan of it. But Star Wars Episode 7, I know there's been a lot of speculation and anticipation over this movie. I've seen about 2 Star Wars movies. I've never been a big fan, but I'm definitely gonna watch all of them before this one comes out since they're supposed to be so good. And I'm definitely gonna see the movie. I just know that a lot of people want to see this, even though it's not the most exciting movie for me. Uh, then number 2, this is also not the most exciting. I mean, I love this movie, but I think it's a little bit too overrated. But I think it deserves to be number 2. The Avengers: Age of Ultron. Uh, Now I loved the Avengers movie. I loved it, loved it, loved it. But it was way too overrated. And now there is a lot of speculation over the Age of Ultron, and I am excited for it because I'm really excited that they're gonna have new characters like Quicksilver, Vision, and it's just gonna be an awesome movie. And also another new character, Ultron, and they say that what's his name? Oh, what's his name? What's his name? I don't know, but there was another villain at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy that was left out. People are saying that that villain, I forget his name, is going to be in either the Avengers Age of Ultron or the third Avengers, which is set to come out in 2018. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of anticipation over this, and that's why I put it on the list. And to be honest, I am excited for it. I really am. I'm just scared that it's going to be overrated again. Like to be honest, I like Guardians of the Galaxy better. I haven't heard anyone comparing it lately, but I think you can't even compare it. I think Guardians of the Galaxy was way better. But yeah, so like I said before we unveil before I unveil my top pick, we're going to reveal some honorable mentions that I think uh, are going to be anticipated next year. So we have SpongeBob, Sponge Out of Water. Like, I know a lot of people saw the first SpongeBob movie 10 years ago, and I think a lot of kids are going to go see this movie, including me. Even though I'm going to be 12 next year. But I've always been a SpongeBob fan, even though I'm getting older. But I know a lot of people still love SpongeBob. Uh, and then we have Hitman Agent 47. I mean, I know a lot of people aren't excited for this, but to be honest, I am because I love the video games. Um, but I am scared because of what happened to the Hitman movie in 2007, which was awful. Like I watched half the movie and I stopped. And it looked like it was gonna be so good, but then I just stopped. I couldn't watch anymore. It was just like awful. Uh, but I am excited because Zachary Quinto's in it. He's one of my favorite actors. Then we have Mad Max Fury Road. Really excited for this. I'm not a big fan of the Mad Max series. I've seen the first movie, and to be honest, I didn't think it was action packed like it was supposed to be, and that's why I didn't like it. But I'm excited for this after watching the trailer for Mad Max Fury Road. It looks action packed, and with new actors like Tom Hardy, Nicholas Hoult, Charlize Theron. It's uh it's it looks like a really good movie. Then we have Pitch Perfect 2. I'm really excited for this because Pitch Perfect was a hilarious movie. I know a lot of people liked it, and it was a big success, and a lot of people are going to go see it when it hits theaters. But it may have some competition because it's coming out on the same date as Mad Max, which has a big cult following. So they might have chosen the best release date for it. But then we have the Assassin's Creed movie adaptation, which looks really exciting. Now they never tried to make an Assassin's Creed movie, but there has been a lot of rumors over the years about making one. I bet everyone has been wanting to see an Assassin's Creed movie ever since the game came out, and I'm really excited that they're choosing a really good person for the role, Michael Fassbender. He's going to play Desmond and Enzo because they're really the same people, just in different time periods if you haven't played the game. But yeah, I think he's a really good person for that role, and I'm really excited to see where the movie goes. And then we have Goosebumps. I don't know if a lot of people are excited for this, but I think it's going to be a cool movie adaptation. But because I mean, even though Jack Black is in it, it looks like a good story, and it's not like the normal Goosebumps. But I am kind of scared that it's gonna end up like Gulliver's Travels. So, look forward to that. And then we have San Andreas 3D, which is with The Rock. It looks really good. It's about this helicopter. It's about this guy. It's about this helicopter pilot, and when there's this earthquake in San Andreas, California, he has to fly over the whole wrecked city to find his family. And then we have Ted 2, which might not even happen next year, but it's definitely going to happen because there's already a poster which says Ted is coming. But it's still in development, which I'm surprised about. But I think a lot of people are going to go see this, especially because of the massive success of the first Ted. And then Ant-Man. A lot of people are saying that this is going to be horrible, especially because Paul Rudd, who's not like a superhero actor, is playing Ant-Man, and that Michael Douglas, who's also definitely not a superhero actor, is playing the villain. Uh, but I think it's a cool. I think it's a cool thing that Marvel is pulling out all the stops with the D-list superheroes, even though we've been waiting on a lot of other superheroes over the past few years. But still, I think it's going to be a massive success, especially because of the time it's coming out next year, which is in July, December. It's the best time to make money for a movie. And then they're making a Point Break remake next year. Now this Point Break is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I'm really excited that they're finally making a remake of it. The only thing I'm upset about is that they're not using known characters to play Johnny Utah and his partner, which were originally played by Keanu Reeves and Gary Busey. Uh, but still, it looks like an awesome movie, and I think a lot of people are going to go see it because they love the first movie. And then, this is our last honorable mention before we reveal the top pick. James Bond 24. Now, I'm really excited for this after how Skyfall was just amazing, and I think that Daniel Craig is probably my favorite Bond, because I just love his sly, witty character. And I hope that they continue the series with him. I know he's definitely going to be in the next one. And I can't wait to see what this one's called because they always have cool names. And I can't wait to see who sings the opening theme song. But yeah, it's right now it's in development. It's set to come out, believe next November, so a little bit over a year away. But yeah, so are you ready for the top pick? Drum roll, please. No, a lot of people might not say that this is the most anticipated, but it definitely would be in the top 10 or 15. But to be honest, this is my top pick, Jurassic World. Now, why? Because after watching, like, I've never been a big fan of Jurassic Park, but after watching Jurassic World, after watching the first and second Jurassic Parks, I fell in love with the series. Now, I'm not gonna watch the third because it's supposed to be horrible, and it has nothing to do with the other movies. But it's just an amazing movie. And I'm really excited that they actually decided to make one because everyone thought that it wasn't even gonna happen because after Jurassic Park 3 derailed the franchise, it took them 12 years to make a new one. 12 years. No, not even 12. 14 years. 14 years. Because Jurassic Park 3 came out in 2001 and um and then Jurassic World's coming out in 2015. And I really like how they added cool new characters like Chris Pratt is gonna be in it, who's one of my favorite actors. Bryce Dallas Howard, Jake Johnson from Let's Be Cops. Um, and it's a new and innovative story about an actual amusement park, and it's a big success, but it's mechanical dinosaurs, and when people start to not go to Jurassic World anymore, they use something that gets customers to come back, but it also makes the dinosaurs come alive. So it's a big mess of chaos, but it looks like an awesome movie and a really good movie to look forward to. But uh, tell me what you think in the comments section, and yeah, tell me what you think is the most anticipated movie of 2015. Uh, but yeah, so we're also gonna have another top tens later in Media Weekly, and look forward to some other videos later. But yeah, so I'm not sure after Media Weekly when we're gonna have another top tens, but it'll definitely be a few times every week. But yeah, tell me what you think I should do for another top tens next, and yeah, thanks for watching, leave a comment, and subscribe for more.